How you my own blood and you hating when I got that 200? Look that you see Satan. Now it's fake love, fake joy. Smoking weed made me paranoid. Voices in my head say, in my life, grab my knife, cut my wrist, bleed out, but ain't die. If I fail or succeed, at least I gave it my all. Clean and clear, first take, celebrate. Mission accomplished, polished. I know they prayed that I feel, but like a 25 to life I won't bear. If you got a dream, chase it, no debating. I'm just saying, I know you've been through things, but I can see your angel wings. Did it by myself. I'm 25, clean and clear. First take, get the round, celebrate. Itsbambii, but we getting used to it. I said, clean and clear. First take, gather round, let's celebrate. Amnesia, amnesia. Did you forget that I don't need you? Amnesia, amnesia. Did you forget that I don't need you? One life, King of Thrones. Once upon a time, amnesia. Did you forget that I don't need you? One life, King of Thrones. I strive. Once upon a time, amnesia, amnesia. Did you forget that I don't need you? Don't let them say what you can't do. If you got a dream, chase it. Believe it. Die trying to succeed it. Because that's what I'm doing. Hola! ¿Cómo estás? How's everybody doing on this marvelous, marvelous, marvelous day? As you can see, today I am giving you very much professional, clean and clear Itsbambii. I used to always do this hairstyle back in like 2018 and I just decided, like, ever since I did my big chop, I'm like, let me do that style again. So yeah, first of all, I just want to say, Team Bambi, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for all the support. I want to get close to the camera so that you guys, but I love you guys so much for all the support. All of my babies going out to go get my books, listening to my music, all the support. You guys just don't know how much y'all mean to me, and I'm so thankful for you all. All right, enough of the gushy stuff. So I feel like I'm going to title this video, How to Reprogram Your Subconscious Mind, My Most Powerful Techniques. I really hope that you guys can hear me through the microphone. I'm good. So, first thing I feel like I want to say is it takes time for you to actually reprogram your mind from what it used to be to what you want it to be according to now. So it can take several months to a year, or maybe 3 to 4 weeks till you get yourself at a new state of mindset, if you know what I'm saying. And this is for all of my babies who are just dying for that change. You just want that new change. Like, you can feel like, I'm so tired of my old ways. I want something new. Like, I want to open up new doors, but it's like I keep using the same keys. I understand. So I feel like just to have patience on yourself. Practicing, another thing I feel like is practicing gratitude. Practicing gratitude is something you can do daily. That's within going to the store and being like, oh, thank you so much for this order. Or just, thank you for always being here. You could say thank you to a friend for always giving you advice or anything. So gratitude daily is something that I feel like is helping to reprogram your mind with the most powerful techniques, your subconscious mind. Now, I feel like embracing positive self-talk is something that's just thrown around, And sometimes we can get toxicities of, positive all the time. Like, oh, you have to be positive like this all the time. But it's like, not everything in life is going to be happy. And we all feel all of those emotions. So it's like, but I really feel like embracing positive self talk, even when a time of adversity is needed at times. Sometimes you might be the only one that can see a dream for yourself, and you have so many people around you like, what are you doing? Give up, give up, give up. And you're like, no, the universe put this dream in my head and I have to go for it. So I feel like embracing positive self talk is not toxicities of positive self talk. I feel like, through it all, you have to have at least some type of silver lining of, you know, that positive, you know. And sometimes you might go into a room and you might be like, where's the light at? Where is everybody else? Like, why is everybody so gloomy in here? And then you you just saying that shows that you are the light and they need you in that room. So, so you have to embrace that positive self-talk. Another thing I want to say is understand your negativity to reprogram. Understand your flaws. Understand the good, the bad, and the not so, pleasant times of yourself. I know within myself, I'm far from perfect. I'm not perfect at all. I can sometimes get in a mood where it's like I'm not mad at nobody, but it's some things that I need to think about, and I just like, I need some time by myself. And sometimes when I need my time by myself, I have to let the people around me know, hey, I need some time by myself. I need this time just for me to get myself together. Um, I feel like maintaining a healthy lifestyle is a key to embracing reprogram of your mind. And maintain it is something that you want to keep going. You want to keep this action going. You want to produce more of this action. So I feel like maintaining is something like you can change your diet, the way you eat. You can change the way you think. You can literally take control of your subconscious mind and be like, I'm not going to think about this right now. I'm going to switch gears and focus on something positive, because sometimes in life we can focus on the things that we can't control and it could drive us crazy, but you got to let go of that control and trust that it's going to work out. And if it doesn't work out, hey, you'll have something better coming your way. Meditation. Meditation is something I have to practice daily by myself, with just thinking about my decisions, thinking about life, and just you can. A lot of you guys don't know is you can meditate negativity. If you're sitting up worrying and just worrying and worrying and worrying about the next outcome, what is this going to be? What is that going to be? That's meditation. You're meditating on that negativity, and your mind is just thinking about that all the. What if this happened? What if that happened? What if this was? What if that bad thing happened? What if this bad thing happened? And then it's like you're maintaining on a negative mindset. So maintain a healthy lifestyle. Like I said, get back into meditation and meditate on positive things. Not, that toxic positive, but just, some things that work for me sometimes is just looking back and being like, okay, this prayer was answered, and just being like, I'm thankful. I'm thankful. That's that going back to gratitude. Alter your behavior. So that's going to go back into understanding your negativity. I know me, I used to be so, I have my moods where I can be like loud, and but I'm understanding now at chapter 25, I just like to alter my behavior. I don't want to be the loudest one in the room no more. I want to be, you know my own, you know what I'm saying, like in my own zone. Not, this chapter 25, I'm just, it's so much that I've been through it. I just look back and I'm like, wow, I can't believe it. So, alter your behavior. I remember one time I went from being a bubbly personality to a shell of a person. And I never want to get back to that. I always want to have fun and feel all of my emotions because you don't want to take life too serious. Like you do want to have your serious times, but you don't want to take life too serious in ways. So know yourself. Know yourself. Um, Survival mode to creation mode. I've done YouTube videos and I was like, I remember saying, I'm in survival mode right now. And we embrace that survival mode so much. And sometimes you can be in survival mode and you're not even in needing of survival anymore. You're in a whole new place mentally, physically, emotionally, and you still got that survival mode mentality of, okay, anytime this can happen, anytime I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And it's like, it's good to have those survival skills, but sometimes you have to switch that gear into another mode. That's something that I had to learn for myself. Getting out of survival mode and into creative mode. And understanding that my ego can be my downfall. Um, but within that, I've really learned within life humbleness. I really learned gratefulness, gratitude, and I'm really not taking that for granted with my sober life journey. Like I remember I used to wake up every morning and I had to smoke me a blunt. I had to get me a drink. And I just remember it was just boosting my ego. It was giving me false realities in my life. And I'm thinking about it now and I'm like, was poisoning my body. Like the first thing I did when I woke up was smoke. The first thing I did was give me a drink. Like I didn't even go outside and get fresh air. I didn't even drink me some water. The first thing you're supposed to do when you wake up is at least drink some water to open up your lungs. I didn't even do that. So I'm like, what was going on with me? And now I understand. I alter my behavior and I'm not letting that happen no more. The power of the mind. You have to know the power of the mind. And that goes back into altering your behavior. And with taking drugs and drinking and stuff like that, we don't see our mental health. We don't see what's going on behind it. But it comes out with what we're saying sometimes. So altering your behavior in the power of the mind is a key thing to reprogramming your subconscious mind. A really good thing. Stop conflating educated with smart. So many times we can have somebody in our corner and be like, well, this person is book smart. This person has a certificate. This person went to school and stuff like that. But that doesn't make a person smart. That's educated. If you know what I'm saying. Some of y'all that's gonna go over your head. Y'all gonna be like, what are you talking about? But hey. I feel like with your subconscious mind, a lot of people don't know what it means and stuff like that. And I feel like you're driving in a car and then you're just driving, you're seeing like red lights and stuff like that. You know that you're driving, you're aware that you're driving, and then you arrive at your destination. I feel like that's your subconscious mind, if you know what I mean. Like you know that you're there, but also in your mind, you just know the way there, so your mind is just like, That's your subconscious mind. So I feel like it's a daily practice. Let go of who you are to who you might be. Let go of who you are to who you might be. Everybody knows that you transition from a baby to a toddler to a kid to a preteen to a teenager to an adult. We all transition from one chapter to another, and the only thing that is in life that is going to happen is change. And you gotta embrace it. You gotta embrace that. It's just the mindset. That's why you change. So many people, like in my past, tell me when I go around them, "You changed. You've changed." And I'm like, "You're supposed to. You're supposed to. You're not supposed to be. If I'm the same person I was 8 years ago, 10 years ago, I'm going to be upset with myself. I want to at least learn something new within life. And I don't want to, this goes back into my ego being my downfall, because I remember at one point, I was like, I know everything. I'm smart. I know everything. There's nothing nobody can teach me. I know everything. And that was my biggest downfall. And what did I do when I was doing that? When I had that mindset, drinking, smoking, and my mindset was, yeah, you got this. You got this. You don't need to learn nothing. You don't need to educate yourself on that. And that goes back into stop conflicting educated with smart. It's two different things. Also, I want to say, avoid this while fixing your life. Gossiping. Gossiping is such toxic poison to our ears. Avoid gossip. I cannot. At this point in my life, don't want to hear any gossip. I don't want to hear what nobody else got going on bad in their life, because I done seen it happen to so many people. You can sit up and be talking about somebody like a dog on the street, and that same thing will come back to you. Oh, I don't see how they can deal with that. Be like that in a relationship and go through that. I'll never be like that dumb in a relationship. Next thing you know, you in a toxic relationship and you see why they dealing with it. And you're like, dang, I should have had a little more mercy towards them. It's, honey. And those who engage in gossip will likely, wonder if the people or group gossiping with them is gossiping about them behind their back. Sometimes if people come up to me with gossip and stuff like that, I'm like, what made them this comfortable with talking about me to you? What made them that? Words have power, and that goes back to the power of the mind. You have to watch what is coming out of your tongue. That's why I always say, if you're not slaying it, what the fuck are you saying? And that can go through multiple things. What you're saying. The power of the tongue, and saying stuff sometimes is just like a toothpaste bottle. You pour it out that toothpaste, but it can't go back into that tube. So it's the power of the mind. And, words have power, so you got to know how to reprogram your subconscious mind to where you don't say something to where you got to put your foot in your mouth. Or you got to be like, okay, what's going on? Words have powerful impact on others and how they see themselves and abilities. By tearing another person down, you are creating an environment that makes it hard to thrive. So many times within growing up and healing from my past and things, like you guys always hear me go back to my upbringing and how I never really had supportive, I always had to just go to the throne within my life. A lot of you guys relate to that. And it can be very lonely at times. But I have a really good team that pushes me to elevate me to keep going when I'm down. A good team that be like, okay, you have to rest today. Don't overwork yourself. And I feel like it's so good to have a team of people who love you for you. Sometimes we're not born into that and we don't have that in our life. And it can be like, oh my goodness, why me? Why am I going through this? But you have to create that. And toxic environments can have a real toll on you. And sometimes, I remember a couple years ago, I was trying to heal in an environment that was tearing me down. And I couldn't realize, why couldn't I see the sun and feel any good things coming? And it was because the environment that I was at, I was trying to change and the people around me wasn't changing. Oh, I remember you used to smoke like this all the time. Yeah. So why you don't smoke no more? You need to go. Ain't nothing wrong with doing this. And I'm like, you're right. I am just being a little. I need to go back. And that's the worst thing to do. Get peer pressured and feel like that. Um. Also, what I feel like to reprogram your subconscious mind, a powerful technique, is to accept yourself. Accept yourself for who you are, where you are, and where you want to go. Accept all yourself, your past selves. Look back to learn. Don't look back with regret like, oh, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. I wish I would have did this. Because wishing is just one thing. It's not over. You can always look back and be like, okay, I did this way back then. Now I'm going to do this way differently this time. You can always reprogram your mind and accept yourself for who you are. I look back at old stuff of myself. Sometimes I used to have a hard time like watching like old videos and stuff because like feeling the pain and stuff like that and talking about stuff. I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that. And then it's like, I'll look back at it now and I'm learning from myself. There's so many times going through it and I'll listen to one of my old songs and I'm like, hey, this is why I gotta keep going. And this is why Clean and Clear, that's why I played that in the beginning of this video, because that song right now is meaning so much to me. It's meaning so much to me. And that verse, how you my own blood and you hating when I got that 200, look at you, see Satan. I remember being in the studio and I recorded that part and I remember being at home when I made that verse and just thinking like, I was at such a point in my life where I just was feeling the energy and seeing everybody who for what they really was. And it was so much fake love. And I knew it was fake love because when I was climbing up, trying to be myself, everybody was tearing me down. So, yeah, accept yourself. Look back to learn, not in regret. No, no, no. Because regret is temporary, but that regret is forever. So many times I've been like, oh my goodness, I wish I would have did this, but I was just scared. I was so scared what people was going to say. And you got to get out of that scarcity mindset when reprogramming your mind. Fear is temporary, but regret is forever. Another thing I feel like is powerful to reprogram your mind is to write in a journal. Writing in a journal, putting your thoughts on paper and seeing it on that piece of paper is really excuse me. is really a big thing. It's really a big thing for me. Sometimes within our own mind, like I said, we don't see our mental health and things going on up there. And it's like sometimes writing it down, you just see it on paper. I want to do this with my life. I want to feel like this today. I want to go through this within my life. I want to be this change. I want to give back to this community. I want to give back to that community. I want to help out this person. Write it down. Always write it down. Nourish yourself with healthy foods. Nourish yourself. Of course, who doesn't want to someday eat something within that's not as healthy? Because who doesn't love, a good old treat, a good old comfort food that make you just feel like, oh yes, now I can go to sleep good. I love food like that. But you have to nourish yourself with healthy food to reprogram your mind, I feel. Because I feel like your gut health can affect your mood. And that's something a lot of people don't talk about and don't understand. I was at one point, I was just eating a whole bunch of not healthy food. And this might sound a little bit too personal and stuff like that, but it was like the farts that I was getting, the farts and stuff that I was getting, and it was like what coming out of my body and stuff like that. I'm like, what is this? Like, what? This is not this. And you gotta understand, your gut health affects your mood. It affects your mood. Like, if you just ate something that's not healthy for you, you are not gonna feel like doing anything but just probably sitting down and just relaxing and something like that. But if you feed yourself something healthy, like, it's so many alternative foods now. You don't even have to be vegan to be 100% vegan anymore. And I'm not vegan at all. I'm not vegan. I still eat everything. So it's like, but you have to have that balance because your gut health really affects your mood. I also feel like to reprogram your mind, your subconscious mind, something that'll help is learning something new. And this can go back to stop conflicting educated with smart, but learning a new language is always something great. Like you can learn French, you can learn Spanish, and at this generation we have everything at our fingertips. So it's like you can learn everything within your own resources, I feel. I really feel that way. Learn a new language. Feliz, feliz, para siete. Live happily ever after. That's my mood right now. I just want peace and good vibes around me. That's all I want. Just to live happily ever after. Also, a few more things before we get off of this video. How to reprogram your subconscious mind. Read more books. This is why I constantly just tell you guys, and I make books and stuff like that, because books are such a good thing that help me during my sober journey right now, that just help me just understand. And that can be even like listening to an audiobook or anything like that. Books help. Books are such a good thing. Books are such a good thing. And speaking of books, go and get my new book. The link is in the description box. Go and get my new book, babies. Thank you guys for all the support. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. Another thing before I go is I'm going to end this video with a question before I go. Question, and I want you guys to answer it in the comment section, or even if you don't feel like answering in the comment section, answer it in your mind if you made it to the end of this video. And don't forget to click that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. And click the thumbs up, because that literally helps so much. So thank you guys so much. I love you. But I'm going to end this video with a question. What do you want from your life? Like, honestly, what do you want from your life? Is it to be a change? Is it to be, helpful to a community that you feel is marginalized? Is it to be that change that you want to see in others? Because I feel like if we're around people and we're like, oh my God, I want this person to change, I want this person to change, I feel like changing your behavior is the most effective thing you can do. So, what do you want from your life? And I have one more question. What are you going to do to get there? What are you going to do to get there? What are you going to do to get there? So my two questions: what do you want from your life, and what are you going to do to get there? I love you guys so much, Team Bambi, for all of the support. This has been how to reprogram your mind, your subconscious mind, my most powerful techniques. I just want to say one last thing before I go. Do your best. Do your best. Do your best. And let the gods do the rest. Because that's all we can do. Don't be so hard on yourself. I'm saying it to myself because sometimes during this sober journey, I'm like, oh my goodness, why did I wish I just would have just stayed. I wish. But it's like, you know what? Do your best and let the gods do the rest. That's all we can do. Reprogram your subconscious mind. Because if I can do it, you can do it, honey. Because I was at the end of my... Y'all know. If you're not slaying, then what the fuck are you saying? What are you saying if you're not slaying? And slay until your hair turns gray. I'm gonna see my babies later. Peace out. Spread good vibes. Look out for anybody in need. And thank you so much. I am out of here. I love you guys so much. This is Itsbambii Playhouse, and I am checking out. Bye bye. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much, Team Bambi. Thank you guys for all the support.